Hi everyone and welcome back to the Chucky project. And the channel is doing pretty well. I picked up a couple subscribers, getting some comments on the videos, so appreciate that. I've gotten cussed out already a couple times, which is freaking awesome. You can't, come on now, you cannot have a YouTube channel without getting cursed out from time to time. That's just part of the deal. So that means you're doing a good job. If you're getting cussed out, that means you are performing on YouTube. So I'm very happy about that. Obviously, people not entirely happy with some of the changes so far. That's cool. Obviously, if you really loved Cult of Chucky the way it is, you thought it was awesome, just go ahead and curse me out and be on your way because obviously you're not going to like anything I do here. But I didn't like it, and I'm trying to make it a little more logical, and I'm trying to get rid of, like I've said earlier, trying to get rid of the multiple Chuckies. I didn't like that. And trying to improve Andy's character as well. Scenes just have to be moved around. I'm not seeing any other way around it. So I'm having to move some scenes around, change a few lines here and there. And I'm just removing scenes I just didn't like. I thought were just pointless and stupid and brought the movie down. Such as the sex scene, if you want to call it that, when Nika and the weird guy just go at it in her wheelchair. And that's a scene that in today's scene we're going to take a look at, I just completely removed because it just slows things down and it doesn't, I don't find it necessary. And a lot of people are not going to enjoy watching that. So I just gonna think I'm gonna remove that scene. And what's gonna happen when they're talking and she gives him the gum, it's gonna segue from that to Andy's house. And at this moment, this is just an idea right here. I'm just working with this. Is a very rough cut I'm going to show you, but goes to Andy's house and it's we're going to bring back Kyle, and Kyle is going to be going into the house to torture Chucky because Andy's not home, he's out on a date. That's going to be the kind of one idea that I'm working with here. I've had a couple of ideas how I'm going to have Chucky get from the head into a good guy doll. Now we've already established that Andy owns a good guy doll. Maybe he owns a couple good guy dolls, but this idea that I'm going to show you today's little clip is going to be taking the post-credit scene, putting it earlier in the scene in the movie where Kyle is going to go in. She's going to say we're going to have some fun, but then something goes wrong. We're going to see that she gets bit by Chucky. She's having a struggle and she throws him across the room, and she throws him across the room and he lands there close to the good guy doll. And then we're going to jump to Andy's date, and while he's on the date, while he's talking, we're going to see Chucky's going to be moving his soul from the head into the doll. And I know you might say, well, Chucky's not supposed to be able to just move anybody he wants. Well, apparently he can, because in the original movie he's going to anybody he wants and he's not even moving his soul, he's just duplicating his soul. So it's even more crazy. So I'm toning it down by having him just go from a head into a doll. He's able to do that to get into the Chucky doll, and the Chucky doll then is going to go over to the insane asylum for reasons that hopefully make sense to the plot. That's the plan. So Kyle going to Andy's cabin while he's on a date, and then to Andy's date. And after this, and something I haven't worked on yet, obviously Kyle's going to contact Andy, tell him what the heck happened. So let's just take a look at this. This is a rough cut here of what I've worked on so far. I know it's going to look a little crazy. It's going to piss people off. Just feel free to curse me out. You won't hurt my feelings. So check this out.
Wasn't for her, I'd still be in detox. So, you just transferred?
Yep.
Where from?
Lockmore?
Oh. Oh. Oh, you're that girl who...
Yeah.
You still have a thing for redheads?
What?
Because No. Oh, sorry. That's too soon.
I'll trade you for a cigarette.
Okay. Oh. Juicy fruit. Huh.
Kyle?
Andy sent me. We're gonna have some fun.
The Second Amendment isn't just obsolete, it's dangerous.
Yeah, I totally get why you think that.
I'm sorry, I've just never known someone who's into guns before.
I'm not into guns, Rachel. I have a couple.
More than the one.
That doesn't mean that I'm a fanatic. Okay, it doesn't mean that I'm not for restrictions and waiting periods and background checks.
So what does it mean, Andy?
I just want to be able to protect myself.
From what, exactly?
You Googled me.
Yeah, I did.
Fucking internet.
You have a very dark past.
Yeah.
So why didn't you tell me?
Because I like you. I didn't want to scare you away. I was 6. My babysitter was murdered. Along with my teacher and my caseworker and 37 other people over the years that I'm aware of.
And they never caught him?
Ade Boku Dembella.
Okay, so again, very rough cut. I might be able to improve a lot of that, make it a little more logical of what's going on. But the idea is things went wrong with Kyle when she was torturing him. And I didn't, I don't love that things went wrong. I don't, maybe Kyle should be a little bit more careful not to let that happen, but somehow something has to happen. My other idea was like a robbery, that while he's on the date, the robbery happens. Some people break into his house and they're tearing apart the house, and they get into that safe and they see the head and they're like, "What the hell is this?" And other guy's like, "You just leave it there. Let's roll. Grab the TV," and they leave, and then the head is able to get into the body after they leave. But it's really hard to get that shot. That's something that's going to be really hard to do. So I thought, well, maybe bring Kyle back and do it this way. Maybe it's going to be a little easier. And I have the scene, obviously the post-credit scene, that I'd be able to use in this case. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to use that scene. So that's what I'm working with right now. Feel free to put your comments and cuss me out in the section below. And thank you as always. Back with more changes coming later. Remember, nothing is 100% right now. Everything is rough cut. Everything is ideas. Just working on something. And hopefully it comes together at the end with a better cut, at least for myself and maybe for a few other people. Have a great day. Bye.